Hey now, what is up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I'm here to review a Christmas movie. I almost forgot to review a movie centered on Christmas, so I decided, through my collection, I decided to review Black Christmas. This is a 2006 film, so it is indeed the remake of the original Black Christmas. I think that came out in the 70s, but I've never seen it. So I'm talking about the remake. This is directed by Glenn Morgan, and the plot is, well, it's Christmas. And you see this sorority house of, they're all young, attractive women who, they can't be home for the holidays. A lot of them don't get along with each other, and there's bickering and pettiness going on until this serial killer has escaped from the mental hospital, and he targets this specific house because he used to live in this house. In fact, when he was a kid, some messed up stuff happened to him when he was a kid. So he comes back home, he sees all these people living in this house, so he decides to kill them all one by one. Now, what I think of Black Christmas is, this movie's okay. It's just okay. I'll say I like it overall, but I do have issues with the movie. I don't certainly think it's perfect at all. The main character of this movie, Kelly Presley, is played by Katie Cassidy. And Katie Cassidy, I'm sure people know her from various things, right? Supernatural, Arrow. But this was one of her first starring roles in a movie, and I think she does well here. She's fine. Sure, she's pretty to look at, but her character is somebody who she's dating this guy, and it's getting kind of serious with him. She finds out some bad stuff about him, the fact that he hooked up with one of her sisters, sorority sisters in the house, and recorded them having sex, all of this stuff. So you got a lot of drama going on. The boyfriend is played by Oliver Hudson, who, rewatching this, because I hadn't seen this movie in years, so rewatching it, I looked at him and thought, where do I know this guy from? And it took me a while to realize that he is on Scream Queens now. Some of the other cast, we have Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I always enjoy seeing in a movie, especially a horror movie. She's one of my favorite Scream Queens, that's for sure. Lacey Chabert, who people probably remember the most as Gretchen from Mean Girls. I think she was also on Party of Five. She's pretty cute. Michelle Trachtenberg, who is certainly grown up in this movie. Crystal Lowe, who she's been in a bunch of horror type stuff as well, most notably Final Destination 3, one of the most messed up scenes in that movie. Kristen Cloak, who I remember also, speaking of Final Destination, seeing in the first Final Destination. She was the teacher who has that crazy scene. You have Andrea Martin, who plays like the house mother of the group, and she is a significant character, a significant actress, because she was in the original movie as one of the sisters. So that was very cool that they brought somebody from the original and had them as a different role. I always love when remakes do that. Pay some respect to the original. This film is very bloody. This movie is very gory, that sometimes it's too much. Look, I'm always complaining that sometimes you get some PG-13 horror movies that are lame as fuck when it comes to the kills and the deaths and the suspense and whatnot. Very cheap and nothing happening. But then there's also the other way. There's also going too far over the line where there's some scenes where it's too much. The killer, every time he kills one of these girls, he like rips their eyeballs out and eats them, and you see it's gross. It's unnecessarily gross. I also respect the fact that other moments the movie's bloody. Other moments they don't hold back on some of it. I appreciate that stuff. It's just certain kills they go over the line. It's like I don't need to see any of that. The serial killer himself, Billy, you get a whole lot of backstory with him, a whole lot of flashbacks with him, and I guess it's cool. Apparently, this is what I do know about the original movies, that the original movie, you don't know anything about the killer. In fact, I don't even think you ever find out who the killer is in that movie, and that sounds really interesting. I should probably watch that. This movie, though, they went the other route. And again, I appreciate it that they did give him a backstory, that they did present this really fucked up life. Everything from his mother to the two of them having a child, so now he has a daughter sister or something, and it's insane. It is. And to see how all that plays out, there's no wonder why this killer is as screwed up as he is. And I mentioned how some of the kills are very bloody, very gory, and even over the top. But there's also some kills, and when you look at this cast of women, all these women that I talked about and how much I enjoy them as actresses, and sure, they're also very attractive. So maybe there's some of that, but some of their deaths, I won't spoil anything, but one person in particular who I think is much better than this, or at least, like, the way how they take her out is so lame, so lackluster, in the sense that you don't see anything, and it's something to where it's wasted. It's a throwaway death. This film is kind of fun to watch as a Christmas horror movie. It is, and I think if you're somebody who's really squeamish or just can't take gory deaths, then maybe on that level it will freak you out. Sure, on that level it might work, but overall, it's just, like I said, it's an okay movie. If you told me that you thought this movie sucked, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't argue with you. I'd be like, yeah, you have a point. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you've seen the remake of Black Christmas. Do you like it? Do you love it? Or do you think it sucks? Do you recommend the original Black Christmas? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Merry Christmas!
Please won't you save my